Hi guys, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Anytime you're listening to this, be rest assured that I am greeting you for that time. How are you doing? If you're not doing very well, I don't know what to do, honestly. But be fine. Please be fine. Um, so I don't have so much time to run you through everything that has been going on with me. But we've been discussing for a while on relationships and the dating space and how we can come together as like how each gender can come together to bring something out of it. And recently somebody said something and I've been thinking about it. She said something about how we don't give grace to friendships the way we do for romantic relationships. And it is true. It is true. I've read it somewhere online as well before where, people just talk about how it's important to give the same grace you give your romantic relationships to your friends. And I felt like, this is a beautiful, beautiful thing to talk about, right? And yes, it's true. We tend necessarily not everybody now, so it's better I edge. So necessarily not everybody, but most of the times we tend to give grace to our romantic partners. We tend to give grace to our romantic partners. We can forgive our romantic partners 5 times for probably saying something that you don't like, or some people even forgive their partners when they cheat. Well, I don't have a problem with it. If you can forgive, that's fine. That's pretty fine. But once your friend goes out of boundaries, a little boundary, we just tend to call it a quit. There's this kind of way that you just try to stop, talking to them. You just try to you don't want to have anything to do with them. You just stop talking to them. You don't want to do anything with them. And it's painful, really. It's painful. And I've been thinking about why it's like this. I feel like one of the reasons that we give grace to to romantic relationships more than friendship is the double standards that we have as a society. So now there's this kind of double standards that we give ourselves, that we have, in the sense that, because of course it's a romantic partner. Oh, my love, my love, my love, you feel like it is better for you to forgive that person because and honestly, okay, I'll get there very soon. You feel like it is better to just forgive that person because when next are you going to see your love? When next are you going to see somebody that is going to be very ready? But everybody seems to think that friendship is something very, very easy to come by. You can just wake up one morning and decide to find one random person and say that, oh, I think I can be your friend. Let's be friends. It's so easy as well to just meet people. And how I wish the same way we meet, we have to go through, meeting somebody for the very first time, talking to the person, doing this, doing that, getting something for the person, trying to impress the person before you now ask the person out. I wish it was like that for friendships as well. But friendship is just, I love the concept of friendships. Yeah. There's no spec. There's actually no spec in being friends, especially when we're talking about now people have values that they want their friends to have so that they can be aligned. They need values that they can be aligned with. Yeah. But what I'm talking about now is in appearance. Like in appearance, there's I can't want to make a friend now and I'll feel like, oh, she's too short. I hate short friends. It doesn't happen. Or I like friends that are tall and chubby. All those things does not happen. And you can even have friends that have, it's very easy. It's actually very easy to for everybody to have friends with physical challenges. Yes. You don't see it as something very, very, you don't see it as in as much as physical challenged people are humans as well. But the society at large tend to feel like, it necessarily may not be everybody now, but certain people just tend to segregate them in aspect of probably pitying them, you just don't want them to do much, and you just feel like they are not like us. You just tend to see them as people that are not up to your standards, yeah. But when you want to pick friends and you meet people like that, and they actually come off as nice, and you feel like these are people that can be your friends, and you decide to be their friend, it will never occur to you that I feel like this person, because this person is on a wheelchair, or because this person is blind, or because this person is deaf, I don't think I can be a friend. No, as a matter of fact, I don't think anybody has ever thought about that. If you thought about that, I don't know. But I don't used to think about it. I've never thought about it. And me, I'm very honest, right? You can be very dishonest with yourself. I've never thought about somebody being blind or somebody being deaf not being my friend. Honestly, if you align with what I stand for, and I see you as somebody very open, somebody free spirited, and somebody that is welcoming, I would like to be your friend, right? We'll continue to like make everything work out. But in all honesty, do I feel like I am somebody that when I see that same person that is physically challenged, and I want to, be in a relationship with someone, and that person wants to be in a relationship with someone, am I going to accept? No. I'm sorry, but that is my honest answer. No. It's not their fault. It's not their fault. There's nothing they can do about it. God is big. It can happen to anybody. But honestly, I don't think I am somebody that I immediately I will feel like it's nothing now. Even if it's eventually going to happen, it is something I would think over and over again. The challenge is going to be giving me concern from time to time, that am I sure I can do this? Am I sure I can really do it? It's going to be giving me concern every now and then, right? But the way friendship works, and that's why friendship is beautiful. You can just make friends with anyone. You don't care their height, you don't care their stature, you don't care how they speak, you don't care their idiolect, you don't care of any other thing. So far they are aligning with your values, you can vibe with them, you can, you make them your friends, right? And it's meant to, I feel like it's friendship that is even now meant to last long than all these romantic relationships. But the way God has made it, right, Shebi is your partner that you live with from the beginning, from when you guys start living like this, when you guys wed like this, till death do you part, right? So no problem. But we need to start giving grace to friendships as well. We need to let our friends. Okay, now I feel like one of the reasons again is that we think friends are replaceable. And it is because of the way we get friends. You can just be walking on the road now. You just talk to somebody compliments the way you look, and you guys just talk about something. You just realize that, oh, you're working in this place as well. Oh, I have somebody that is working there. Are you serious? Really? We should catch up sometimes. And then you people will get each other's contact. And from there you guys start talking, and you become friends. Right? It could even be your children, your children's friend parent as well. Because of that, you guys are just going to be friends, right? So the way we get friends seem like it is easy. But what about the work? What about the efforts that you put into friendship? When something bad or an argument happens in romantic relationships, we get to see people say, okay, let's talk about it. Let's discuss this. What do you think we can do to make this thing work more? You tend to talk to people. You talk to people about what has happened, people that you trust, and you tell them to advise you that you want your relationship to work. You don't know what's going on. But if it's friendship like this, most of the times, we're just going to hear it from, we'll just ask you that, where is this person now? Or where is your bestie now? And I say, we're not talking. What happened? That's where we'll not hear what happened. What did you not tell before you people not stop talking? Did you think it through? I'll be like, if she can do that thing, if she can behave like that, that means she doesn't even rate me. That means she doesn't even really like me. That means she has been, it's even funny that most times you see it online when people talk about how their friends are jealous of them. I don't know how you people are making friends, but what do you mean your friend is jealous of you, or everything you do your friend wants to do? I feel like it's a normal thing. Anything you do your friend wants to do. My friend says she wants to get a phone, and I say, me too, I want to get a phone. Why the two of us will have fun together? I feel that's the place is meant to come from. That copy. But you people make it look like everything I do she wants to do. She wants to do it. This reeks of jealousy. This is envy. She wants to have everything I have. She wants to make her life my own. I don't know. Do you people just think about it? Think of how you relate to your siblings. So if you and your siblings, if you want to get a job now, and or you got a gig, and then your friend is there, and your friend is doing, me too, I want this kind of gig. When will they give me my own too now? You will not, you are not, are you not meant to, is that not a situation for you to do? Copy is okay. You get your own some other time. Don't worry. But some other people, I see it online a lot. You just tend to feel like when you post it too, there will be people under the comment section, the comment section that will be saying, dump her, don't relate with her again. She doesn't really love you. She's not there for your own. She's selfish. She's this, she's that. We tend to, I don't know, and social media has really spoiled a lot. You tend to feel like your friends are jealous of you. You just put this unrealistic standards on friendships that is taking a lot. Like, so now it's not really easy for you to keep friends like that again. It's not really easy because you talk about it today or you read it somewhere, you feel like, okay, something that is going on in your friendship at this point in time is relating to what you are reading. And then when you see the comment section, you see what people are saying. And the way words work, the way opinions work is that, I usually tell people that your opinion is not solely your opinion, right? It is an opinion of several people that have come together, that have formed like a tree inside of you. So each opinion is a seed that you plant inside of you. When you listen to this opinion, you listen to that opinion. That's why I say when you listen to about 10, 11, 12, 15 opinions of the same context, and is relatable, is the same thing, same 15 opinion of the same context, when you listen to it over and over again like that, it tends to become your opinion as well. It's just the power of influence. Yeah, it's the power of opinions are influence, like they are influenced. Yes, people can influence your opinion, and then when you see people talking about how it's, people make it look like, especially on social media, they make it look like it's something that is very, very, very friendship is something that is that, yes, it's deep, yeah, but they make it look like the boundaries you people are giving is a lot. You make it look like, for example, if you're my, for example, there was, I saw a post where I think it was a reel where somebody dressed, like she dressed down to her friend's occasion, and the friend just came online. I was like, she dressed all those POV, that Anna rubbish, yeah. So the POV was my occasion, but my friend stole the show. When I saw it, I just looked at the video. I saw that, the friend dressed more than the actual owner of the occasion, which is also a friend. And I was like, oh God, these people are very funny. Are you serious? I want to do my own, I must dress well, so my friend no go overdress. Wow, that was my own. That was where I was thinking. When I went to the comment section, come and see the way people were yabbing the friend. They were telling her, as a friend, are you not meant to know? You want to steal the show from your friend. You are not a good friend. Cut her off. Do this, do that. Why are we so quick to, talk about cutting friendships off? Why not talk about certain situations? Why not let your friend know that, okay, I want to speak to you. Certain times you make me feel uncomfortable. You make me feel less of myself. And I feel like we need to talk about it. It probably could be a misunderstanding. And then you guys can work it out. Why don't we try to work, to give effort to friendships? Why don't we always want to talk it out? Why don't we always want to face the conversation of how your friendship can be better. It is something that people do a lot in relationships, but you don't do it in friendships. And the funny thing is, those people that you are in a relationship with disrespect you more than those your friends that you cut off. Yes, that's the problem. They disrespect you more than them. Now, imagine a friend. Now, okay. I can remember this story. Well, this is very much controversial. Controversial. I saw a movie with my friend. I think 2 weeks ago, right? And we were, oh my goodness, we have my friend and I don't know why we are still friends, because our ideologies are so different. Like, we think about things differently. She could see something and say, this is so irrelevant. And then I see it, I start bringing out the significance of each word. So we see things, most times we see things differently, right? But on the long run, we tend to find a meeting point. We tend to agree on certain things. So we saw a movie. At the beginning of that movie, right? Let me just explain how it went. It was there were two best friends, female, and a guy. That guy is the husband. Yes, the husband of one of the friends. Yeah. And they were so close, right? They were so close. So even the husband is always vexing. Your friend is not even giving me time to talk to you. Your friend should be going no more. I want to have time with my wife. Do you get? So on the long run, the wife now she had an accident. I think they kidnapped her or so. I can't even remember the name of the movie. I would have recommended it. I hope I remember before the end of this episode. So I'm going to recommend it. I think it's no. It's something like Our Days Are Numbered, or Our Forever Is Numbered. Something like that, Sha. Bolaji Ogumola is the producer of that movie, yeah. So you can just check it. Something Our Days Are Numbered, yeah. Deyemi Okolanwo too is Deyemi Okolanwo was the husband in that movie, Sha. Yeah, so you should definitely find it on YouTube. So as I was saying, so the wife now had like an accident. She was kidnapped, and they thought that she was dead because, of course, they said that the place was burnt down, blah 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 blah. So they thought she was dead. So while Deyemi Okolanwo, that's the husband, while he was crying and really hoping that he was crying and he was regretting, when he was mourning his wife, he in fact he wanted to commit suicide, because it was an attempted suicide. His friend caught him and they helped him, and so since then they've been under, like, he has been under their watch. They don't let him live where they are. Do you understand? So that they kept it even got to the point that they kept all the knives in the house, right? So the friend wanted to, I'm talking about the husband's friend now. He wanted to go on a business trip, I think. So he had to tell the friend of the wife that, of course, died, that she should just check on him and just be there for him. That one too was like, she has her own life as well. She too, she's mourning. She cannot just go and be staying with somebody, because she was really mourning. But then she was like, she should just do this for her friend. That if her friend was alive, what would her friend have done? Like, she should just do it for her friend and help her friend husband not to kill himself as well. And then she was there, consoling him, and she consoled him and consoled him. At the end of the day, the guy found his feet back, and he was alive again. And now, something. That was how this guy, the husband, and the friend of the dead wife now started having something together. They now started having a romantic relationship at that. And then, the friend was always worried that she doesn't want to really let them go out. In fact, she didn't want a flamboyant wedding, because she didn't want it to be obvious that she was marrying a dead friend's husband, right? So she just wanted a little court wedding where the lawyer is just going to be there, the best man, best lady, and that's it, right? So on the day of the wedding, on the wedding day, that was how they called the husband, that is I think they said his wife. They said his wife that his wife was involved in an accident, that this is the hospital that the wife is currently. That was so painful, because he's losing a woman for the second time. So he now went to the hospital. When he got there, that was what I thought. So I thought he was losing the woman for the second time, but it happened to be the wife that everybody thought was dead that was at the hospital. So now there was a problem. That was the day he was meant to wed the friend, and now his wife is back. So the friend had to leave, and they were trying to keep it as a secret. But finally, they were doing so well keeping it as a secret. Initially, I was saying it already there that they should have just spoken up. They should have told the friend that this is it, oh, this is what we're doing. Oh, let the friend be angry. Let them sort everything out. Let them trash it immediately, and let everybody like go on with their lives. The last thing that will just happen is maybe the three of them will not just talk again. And when they treat it and they are okay, when they've given themselves space enough, they can eventually come back together. I don't know how it works like that, right? Nobody has ever snatched a romantic partner from me, so I don't really know how it works. How that feeling would be, sha. So don't let me really dive into that aspect, right? But eventually the wife found out, and when she found out was when her friend was already pregnant for her husband. And now, at the end of the day, sha, she forgave her husband and she cut ties with her friend. Now, I was now telling my friend that why not cut ties with your husband and move on with your friend? I don't know if I sound ridiculous. Because that was how I was sounding to my friend and my mommy. I don't know if I sound ridiculous, but I'm just the kind of person I feel like, if you can forgive your husband, forgive your friend as well. If you can continue to live with your husband, you're not leaving your husband alone. Forgive your friend. We are forgiving. Forgive your friend as well. But it is just because, of course, your husband is your life partner, right? So you have to choose your husband over your friend. But it's actually just really painful that most times we tend to give grace to I feel like that is an extreme case. That is an extreme case. Like, it's really extreme because, in fact, a child is involved already. I don't think it's going to be easy for the wife as a person to still be friends with her friend, actually. And a friend is raising her husband's son. It's just oh my God, it's so complicated. But because of the ideology I have initially about why how people don't tend to give friendships grace, so it just that one just strike something in me that, oh, this is it again. People don't always want to give their friends, space, them grace. They just do it for their partners. And I feel like sometimes we are afraid of being alone. Like, we are afraid of being alone, not having alone now. I mean, not having a romantic partner at a particular point in time. And it's very, very, it's actually very dangerous. Now, let me analyze something. There are some of you that you've never in your life, since probably when you've come of age, some of you since SS2, some of you since SS1, there has never been a time where you were single. Now, when I'm saying single, like, you were all alone. There was nobody you were reporting to. You didn't have a talking stage. You didn't have anybody that was interested in you. You were not talking to anybody. It was just you taking decisions on your own. It has never been like that for some of you. It's from one relationship to another relationship to another relationship. Do you know that when you actually need to now fall out of a relationship, you don't know how to live like that? It's going to be really scary. It's going to be really scary. And that's one of the problems that we are going through. Because of that, most people will not want to leave their relationships. They don't know. They will not want to leave, or as they are even in the relationship, they are already dating other people, so that at least if this one, if he misbehaves, I'm going to the next person, and once the next person misbehaves, I think I should have like 4 options. And it's a lot. How many men do we have? Why will only one woman take 4 men? How many men do we have in the whole of this country? Calculate the population, calculate the ratio of women and men. Women are much more than men. How will only one woman take 4 men and be using one to do the main man, and be using 3 others to be doing options? It's very unfair. Very, very unfair. But that's the problem. That was by the way, right? But I'm serious, sha. Only one woman is entitled to 1 man. Please. Please, I'm begging you. I saw it online where somebody was saying on Twitter that who can remember when, like, we're very young in class and you don't have a pen, and then somebody will say, who has two pen, and another person will say, I have, and throw it. She now said, okay, good. She's asking now, please, who has two man? Who has two men rather, and we'll give her one. That was really, really funny, right? But back to what I was saying. So the problem is that some of you've never been alone. So it's going to be very odd for you. The thought of being alone when you leave a particular relationship is what is going to like be in your mind, and you don't now want to leave that relationship. You will continue to stay there, but because of friends, you feel like friends is easier to make friends. Well, I've always had friends since when I was small. It just happens, life just happened like that. Some of you, it's acquaintances that you have, but you think you have friends. But no problem. But it's just very easy. It's even very easy to have acquaintances. It's very easy to just have somebody that you can talk to, and you can just, talk to on a surface level and just quickly say, oh, that's my friend. Do you understand? In as much as friend is a great word, but we understand how we misuse the word friends, and how we think that people are our friends when they necessarily are not our friends, right? But it is not possible for a relationship like that. When you're not in a relationship with somebody, you will know. You know that you're not in a relationship. In fact, that's why there's situationship, where you know that this your relationship is not defined, right? So you will actually know. I feel like that's an actual reason that we just tend to let our friendship fizzle out. We don't care. We just leave it alone. That of course there are plenty people. Why is she behaving like this? Why is she behaving like that? And then standards online as well. We just think that other people are there are other people. Some people make it look like, you just read it, and they are just unrealistic standards that are set for people to how people should behave when they are your friends. It's really somehow. Imagine having a friend that comes to your house every time. Like, she comes to your house every damn time without even telling you. You know that she's not even a visitor. And then the first time you visit her uninvited, and you probably did not tell her because before that you were coming. Maybe you were trying to do one surprise, right? And then she's not saying it. Somebody like that now comes online to say that my friend visited me without me inviting her, and she didn't tell me beforehand. That one, she now post it, and then you see people under the comment section saying, no. Is that bad? Honestly, you will see people under the comment section saying, no. A friend should never behave like that. A friend should give you your boundaries. If she cannot inform you before coming, I'm sorry, she's going back home. You people making what's that? You people should please, I beg. I feel like the world is going to be a better place if we can keep our friendships properly, if we can keep our friends closer to us, if we can make our friends really comfortable around us. Yes, if we can use what is working, we can find a common ground in the relationship. I mean friendship now. If you can find a common ground in the friendship, let me just be using the friendship like that. If you can find a common ground, if you can, talk and discuss when there's a disagreement, when there's an argument, right? If you can fight and then reconcile, like fight and reconcile. Why must you fight? And because you fought once, the whole thing must end? No, it's not meant to work like that. It's really unfair, right? So that's what I thought I should discuss today, about how we need to give friendship like more grace. I don't know. I know that this thing I'm saying is in plenty of people's mind. So if what I'm saying, if you've actually always been thinking about it, let me know that I've actually said what is on your mind, right? And a big shout out to everybody that hey God, I beg, what's the correct English now? Everybody I know what to do. A big shout out to everybody. A big shout out to everybody that contributed to this the theme of this month's episode, like the whole relationship thing, and how we navigate each gender, how we can work better on relationship, the meeting points for each gender, how gender roles can affect relationships as well. We've gotten to see from the side of the women and from the side of the men, right? We saw from Victoria, and oh my goodness, I will not forget Mr. Taiwo Adedoyin Ajibola. I think I got that right? Victoria is my friend, right? So I'll just call her Victoria. So we saw from both of them. We saw from their angle, and we saw how most times it feels like women are now from I'm going to do it like this. From the angle of the men, women come off to them as being entitled and confused. From the angle of the women, men come off to them as being unserious and would I say entitled as well? Yes, entitled to so now the entitlement is different. Men think women are entitled to their money, to their time, yeah. And women think men are entitled. I hope you are getting what I'm saying. Women think that men feel like they are entitled. Yes. So it's not that they want men to be entitled, no. But they feel like men think they are entitled to, probably doing certain things for them as women. Like probably now what will I say? Maybe cooking, that's actually a gender role, but probably in a relationship that is just growing. Now I'm talking about a relationship that is just growing, about 2-3 months relationship. Women think that it's very ridiculous for men to start asking for all those domestic roles at that stage of the relationship. And I think that I understand from both angles. But one thing that I would just say is that both genders are really trying. Both genders are actually really trying, right? If you actually listened to both episodes, you will know that everybody know they know where they are coming from, right? There's a point where they are coming from. There's something that is making them say they are speaking from experiences, right? So everybody is really trying. Women are trying, men are trying. But what if we know we are trying? Me as a person now, I know when I am trying, when I am putting effort to get something, right? But what if we start seeing how other people are trying as well? Now, as a woman, what if we now start seeing how men are trying? Because men are actually really trying. The society is unfair to men, to be very honest. The society is unfair to women as well, but the society is also unfair to men, right? It is just in different angles, in different aspects. There are different things that makes right the society to be unfair to women. I was discussing to women and men. I was discussing with somebody a few days ago on how the society is unfair to women. It's very much not possible for a woman to see somebody that she's really interested in, and then she asks him out. No. So now the thing with women is that some people do it, but some other people will rather chew jeans than to do something like that, right? Because it is believed, it's societal standards that women should wait and be chaste, right? Now, I was saying that the problem that has on women is that in as much as they enjoy the feeling of being chaste, they probably will be chased by people that they don't necessarily like. So now they have to like amongst the options that they have. The only option they will now have at each point in time is that, okay, 4 men are chasing me at this point in time. I have to choose from these 4. Which of them am I choosing? Right? Those 4 men may necessarily not be the people, the kind of pictorial representation that has been on her head. It may not necessarily be the value that she has set for herself, that, okay, of course, physical attraction is very important. It's a very important thing in a relationship, right? So somebody may have decided that, oh, I want a very tall and dark man, right? But everybody that is coming your way are short. So now you have three short people and one dwarf, right? So you just feel like, oh, among these short people, okay, the dwarf is out, the shortest is out, the shorter is out. Okay, let me just settle for the short one. Do you understand? Because of course, you feel like, okay, the four of them are the only options that you have, right? Or you just maybe with values now, when we're talking about values now, or what's this word, people's character, right? I can't remember, personalities. Yeah, when you are talking about personalities now, you just tend to see the one that have the highest, that if you are probably 80 over 100, you can feel like, oh, I can compromise for the 20%, and then you go. But it's very difficult for women to now go and start searching for who they actually really want, right? Who they know that they want. Because honestly, that person exists, right? And I was thinking of how unfair it is to women. Tell me why yesterday I was listening to a podcast and I heard when somebody sent in, there was this person that sent in his dilemma, and he was talking about how he keeps asking people out, and they keep falling his hand. Most of them don't want to date him. In fact, somebody said that she doesn't want to date down, probably because they are not in the same tax bracket, and it's going to be ridiculous on her path. So she didn't date the guy, right? And he kept on, he was ranting on how he feels like he's going to give up. He was asking that should he just give up, or should he, because he doesn't know what to do. And he was saying he's actually really sad because he cannot sit down and women will come and meet him. He still have to keep trying and keep getting rejected. And I felt it from that angle as well. So the way I'm thinking that women don't have the right to like choose outrightly, they just choose from the options of people that are chasing them. It's the same way men that are always rejected by the people they chase after are thinking that it's unfair on them, that they are the one that they have to chase. You see? But I've never thought about it that way. I've never ever. So I feel like at least we have heard from both sides. We listen to people very well. Like we see these things online, we see people talk about it, right? So let's just try to give grace to each genders. Let's see that, okay, the female gender is trying, but let's look at the way the male genders are trying as well. Okay, the male gender, to look at it that, okay, my gender is trying, but let's see it from the way the women are trying. At least if everybody can see that, we will have a common ground. And probably by December, I'll be going for like 8 weddings. How beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was a joke. But really, it's not a joke, Shao. I'll be happy. If everybody can just, if everybody can come together and remove all these unrealistic standards that, oh my God, social media is really doing a lot on us. A lot. I think more harm than good. Talking about standards, it is well, Sha. I can't even, if we start talking about these things now, I will just sleep here, right? Okay, thank you so much for listening to this episode, right? So we'll be delving into other things now. Okay, don't let me just say this, right? Thank you so much, and a big shout out to my beautiful friend Victoria for gifting me this shirt. She customized my Singinbee talks on it, and it's so beautiful, right? A big shout out to Victoria. Victoria, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for listening to this episode. I love you so much. Yeah, that'll be it for today. Bye.